Good morning. Hi, I'm not familiar with who you are. Can you tell me a little bit about your business or?
Actually, I do not have business. I'm ready to start it open.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm going to do some online training.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what kind of professional training?
Yeah, you feel professional training for teens, for college students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably I took some language training, business, culture, communication.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Good. Good. Well, the young college students need as much training as they could get, I think, so that they can be prepared to enter the workplace. Okay. Well, my name is Sophia Carey. I'm with the Small Business Center. I'm one of the supervisors, and I work with businesses and their representatives to assist them in licensing new businesses and also helping existing businesses ensure that they kind of stay within regulation and that they don't get in trouble and violate any of the laws of the city of Chicago. Today we are here to talk about early Sunday liquor sales. It's a very specific topic, and I think it is something that is very positive for supermarkets in the city of Chicago. So, as I said, it is new. It was approved by City Council April of this year, and it is effective July 1st. And it is covered in the Chicago Municipal Code. So if you actually want to see how the law is written, you'll want to look in Chapter 4-60-130 and 4-60-200. Okay, so what is it? Early Sunday liquor sales is a privilege that is granted to supermarkets that allows an additional 3 hours of liquor sales on Sunday mornings. I think we've all experienced going to a grocery store on a Sunday morning. You're doing your regular weekly grocery shopping, and then you see that either the liquor section has their lights turned off, or it has, some tape across the aisle so that you can't go in. And it's because until this happened, on Sunday mornings, grocery stores could not sell liquor until 11. What is it not? We have some things that can possibly be confused with early Sunday liquor sales. One is it is not the packaged goods liquor license. So it is possible for you to sell liquor and not have the early Sunday liquor sales. It's also not the same as a late hour privilege. It's while early Sunday liquor sales allows you to sell earlier than standard hours, late hour actually allows you to stay open for longer every day. So what am I talking about here? If you look at this grid, you'll see the hours, okay? Standard hours for packaged goods starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Saturday, and it ends at either 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And on Sunday, they can't sell until 11 o'clock, but they can stay open till 2 a.m. If a business were to obtain the early Sunday liquor sales privilege, their hours do not change Monday through Saturday, but on Sunday, instead of opening at 11, they can now open at 8 o'clock in the morning. If someone were to have a late hour license, as you can tell, the start time does not change from the standard hours, but instead of staying open until 2 or 3, now they can stay open until 4 or 5. In theory, you can obtain a packaged goods license, have the early Sunday liquor sales, as well as the late hour, and that would probably allow you to have the maximum permitted hours of operation on a weekly basis. Okay. What kinds of businesses are eligible for early Sunday liquor sales? This is very simple. Only supermarkets. So restaurants can't do it, liquor stores can't do it, convenience stores can't do it. Only supermarkets. We understand that supermarkets can be kind of vague in terms of the definition. So the city has gone forward and added 4 requirements. This is how we know that you are a supermarket. If you don't meet these requirements, you're not eligible to apply for the early Sunday liquor sales. Requirement number 1. The interior floor area must have a minimum of 10,000 square feet devoted to retail sales. What does this mean? This means that basically you have to be a large grocery store. You have to be a Dominick's, you have to be a Mariano's, a Whole Foods. You have to be big. And we are looking at space devoted only to retail sales, so that means it doesn't include office space, it doesn't include storage space, bathrooms, employee lounges, employee locker rooms. All of that is not included in that 10,000 square foot requirement. Requirement number 2, you must sell a variety of food and household products, including fresh, prepared, frozen, and canned foods, dairy products, vegetables, fruits, meat, and poultry. Please note that it says the word fresh. So if you have a large store and you're selling, beef jerky and frozen chicken nuggets, and that's the only meat and poultry you have, you're not gonna qualify. Okay, so it has to be fresh, prepared, frozen, and canned. Okay. Requirement number 3, you must hold a valid packaged goods license. So we're not going to give you the privilege of selling liquor earlier if you don't already have the liquor license. Now, with that said, if this was a new store, it could apply for their packaged goods license at the same time that they apply for their early Sunday liquor sales. So we're not going to make a supermarket open up and then come back and apply for early Sunday liquor sales. They can apply for them at the same time. However, if for whatever reason someone is not granted a packaged goods liquor license, we also will not be able to grant the early Sunday liquor sales. Finally, you have to maintain your packaged goods liquor license. So once you get both licenses, you can't cancel the packaged goods and operate just with the early Sunday liquor sales. You must maintain both. Requirement number 4, the alcoholic liquor display area must not exceed 25% of total floor area devoted to retail sales. Okay, so what does that mean? If you look at a standard Target, for example, their liquor area compared to the overall retail space is definitely not greater than 25%. If you were to look at a Binny's liquor store, their liquor display area would be more than 25%. It's probably closer to 95%. So again, in order to qualify for early Sunday liquor sales, in order to fit the definition of a supermarket for the city of Chicago, your alcoholic liquor display cannot be greater than 25% of the total floor area.
That's the exact same floor area for the 10,000 square foot calculation. No.
Correct.
Okay.
So it should be within the 10,000 square feet
10,000
total.
feet of sales space,
Right,
10,000
right.
feet of-
Display.
25% of that 10,000.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes. Good question. What is the application process? If a business currently has a valid packaged goods liquor license, it's just a one-time application review fee of $250, so you will not have to pay that fee every 2 years like a license renewal fee. You will need to file a completed application, which would be created by a business consultant in the small business center, so it's customized to every account and every business location. And you will need to provide a copy of the internal floor plan indicating all of the dimensions, all space usage, and the size of total retail and alcoholic liquor display spaces as calculated by a licensed architect. So typically a business is not just a simple square box. Even if the outside is a box, inside they have different spaces carved out for storage or for office administrative space. So we really need someone who is trained to calculate square footage, like a licensed architect, to be able to determine what is the total floor area devoted to retail space and what percentage of that is liquor display. If we're talking about a new supermarket, there is not an additional fee outside of the fee to apply for their packaged goods license. If the business is approved for packaged goods, then the early liquor sales will also be approved. Again, just a reminder that a business must show that it meets all 4 requirements in order to be approved for early Sunday liquor sales. If the city determines that a business cannot prove that they meet all 4 of these requirements, the city does have the ability to deny early Sunday liquor sales privilege. Okay. What happens once a business is approved? The business will be issued a license certificate showing packaged goods with early Sunday liquor sales. Businesses who have just the standard packaged goods license will have a certificate that just says packaged goods. So moving forward as consumers, if you are curious to see if your local supermarket has this privilege, you should be able to see it just on their license. Okay. Any questions? Yes.
As far as the architect showing all space usage,
Uh-huh.
can they just, how granular a level of detail do you want? Like, here's the fresh food, here's the frozen food, here's retail sales? Or can it just show the internal footprint and retail sales?
No, it does need to label the use of all space. So that's a good question. The fresh produce area should be labeled fresh produce. Any delis, meat counters, seafood counters should all be labeled accordingly. Household products, so your toothpaste and your toilet paper, they should all be labeled household products. If there's clothing, if there's cleaning products, you can go ahead and label all of that household products. Canned foods, and then of course liquor display. So whether that's half of an aisle, a full aisle, just the end caps to different aisles, they need to clearly label where their liquor display is going to be. Anything else?
Your answer got another question.
Okay.
End caps come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Should we be telling them it's like best practices, label where your end caps might go? Because sometimes it's a soda end cap, sometimes it's a beer end cap at these big grocery stores. And what they're going to ask me is, are they going to get in trouble if they don't put it in there now because it's a soda end cap, but come in later and it's a beer end cap?
That's a good question. That actually applies to not just the early Sunday liquor sales, but also to the packaged goods license as a whole. We do recognize that the merchandise that is displayed on end caps can change on a seasonal basis, but typically if something is labeled liquor, it needs to stay liquor. So whether it's beer one month and I'm not sure, vodka another month, doesn't matter, but it should stay liquor. What we don't want is, let's say all of the end caps are labeled for chips and soda, and the next thing you know, when we go out there, all of the end caps are now liquor. Because for us, not only is the location important, we're also looking at the percentage of total space that's going to be used for liquor display. Go ahead.
Last question.
Uh-huh.
There's like 7 grocery stores that also have incidentals.
Mm-hmm.
Can they pour at their in-house wine bars, wine counters under this?
That is an excellent question.
Yeah, they told me to ask it. So.
This early Sunday liquor sales, if you look at the ordinance, speaks specifically to the sale of packaged goods liquor. So that is a great question.
You're going to get that question a whole bunch of
Yeah. No, we recognize that. But unfortunately, this is, again, the way that the city council has drafted it, it speaks specifically to packaged goods sales.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, if there are no other questions, we'll go ahead and end the presentation. If anyone here would actually like to start an application, we are starting to create those applications for the businesses that are interested in applying. The application process should be fairly quick and simple unless there are issues with or concerns as to whether a business meets the requirements. And so, as soon as you feel like you or your client is interested in applying for this, we should go ahead and get the process started.
One
Thanks.
last question.
Mm-hmm.
Existing ones, they have to go through zoning on these? Or
No, there is no zoning review for this. There's no zoning review. Yes.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
Thanks.